Hi, I'm Christine Vick, a counselor here at Central Texas Child and Family Counseling. In this video, I'll be sharing a brief overview of regulation in adolescence. You may have heard of the words regulation or dysregulation. You may or may not know what they mean. For the purposes of this video, regulation means feeling centered, being able to connect, and being able to respond without large emotion. On the flip side of that, dysregulation means being emotional, having outbursts, feeling disconnected, and not being able to respond to situations well. Every parent has experienced regulation and dysregulation with their child. As your child moves into adolescence, we begin to see more varying ways that children exhibit dysregulation. We see arguing and yelling. We might see anxiety and worry, fidgety behaviors, snappy words, shutdowns, or crying. This can be hard at times because we do not always know why our child is dysregulated. Yes, sleep and hunger are still big culprits, just as when our children were younger, but our children are having more social and academic stressors as well, and these can impact dysregulation. On top of this, in adolescence, the social and emotional parts of the brain are leaping in growth, so this leads itself to big emotions and dysregulation. I'm going to give you a quick summary of what is going on in the body when we are dysregulated, and then give you some quick regulation strategies for you and your teen, because regulation happens together, and we can't help our team if we aren't regulated. When your body is regulated, our nervous system is online with the thinking and relational part of our brain. This is why we can connect and respond without issue. When our body is dysregulated, our nervous system moves down into the limbic system in our brain. This is where we feel bigger emotions and feel fight, flight, or freeze responses. We move to this part of our brain when we are stressed, or for whatever reason, our brain perceives that we are not safe. We all move through dysregulation throughout the day. This is why regulating activities can be helpful when we get home from work or school, because if we are often stressed or tired, we are often dysregulated. It is important for us to remember that our brains do not finish developing until our mid 20s. The prefrontal cortex, or thinking part of our brain, finishes last. This is important when we think about our teens and regulation because it helps us to recognize sometimes they can't do it on their own. The catch is that we can all move to the lower limbic system, especially when we are stressed. When our teen is dysregulated, it is easy for us to move to dysregulation as well, because we have brain cells called mirror neurons and that mirror each other's emotions. We have to make sure that we stay regulated in order to help our child regulate. Otherwise, we can end up both dysregulated and sometimes in situations like power struggles. Developmentally, adolescents are more and more able to use tools to help themselves regulate. The more that they can practice these tools and process these tools when they are regulated, the more likely they will be able to use them when they need to. The same goes for us as parents. Teaching our teens about the brain and processing and exploring regulation tools together helps our teens understand regulation and access their tools. It is important to note that not all tools work for everyone. This is one reason that having conversations with your teen about what helps them and what they enjoy can support regulation. Trial and error is a great way to approach this. Have you and your teen tried different strategies when you are both able to connect and explore how the strategies work for both of you? Some regulating strategies that can help both teens and adults include mindfulness activities and apps, breathing strategies, listening to music, playing music, reading, making slime, exploring fidgets, taking a bath, snuggling in a weighted blanket, chewing gum, drinking cold water through a straw, exercise, drawing, painting, crafting, puzzles, word searches, word finds, essential oils, rice neck warmers, a heating pad, writing poetry, watching a movie, telling jokes, going for a walk, going for a bike ride, going for a run, swinging, and hot drinks like tea or cocoa. Basically, all the fun things. Finding ways to co regulate can be a great way to support your teen as well. Co regulation connects us to the thinking part of our brain and offers an insight for our teens on the importance of a strong and safe social network. The reality is that even as adults, we sometimes need our safe person to help us regulate and vent or process too. Our teens need this as well. Listening and just spending time together can sometimes have the most profound impact on regulation. Get a cup of tea or coffee together because the more connected our teen feels, the more regulated they will be overall. Thank you for watching this quick overview of regulation in adolescence. Remember, this video is for informational purposes and is not a replacement for therapy. If you have questions about your child's development or need specific guidance, please feel free to discuss it with your therapist here at Central Texas Child and Family Counseling.